Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden and 2K packs? Well, look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable Madden and 2K coins on the market. And of course, do not forget to use code Ferdy for 5% off. A link for their website is at the top of the description. What's going on, guys? Today we are once again looking at the best players at each position currently here in Madden 23. Okay, so let's waste no time. Let's just get started here at quarterback with, of course, Tom Brady. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know I've gone back and forth between Brady and Flacco, and I've used Flacco a good amount on my Jets team, but I do think Brady is better, and the main reason is for that deep release. Yes, Slinger 1 I think is the best mid to short, but if you want to throw that ball down the field, Flacco definitely takes just a little bit too much time, and I feel like Brady's 5 AP setup is definitely more, you know, it fits more people's offenses and it fits more people's teams with Hot Route Master, Fearless, and Set Feet for 5 AP with free Gunslinger, or you can go Hot Route Master, Protected, Set Feet, or you can go Fearless, or you can just go Hot Route Master, Set Feet if you don't want to run Protected or Fearless. It's completely up to you. So that's a nice little 3 AP setup right there. So Tom Brady, to me, I think I do wish that he did have, you know, the player specific or discounted abilities in this third slot, but still, Brady is definitely amazing. And with that being said, Tom Brady, I do think, is the best pocket passer in the game right now. So maybe you're someone that likes running the ball more with your quarterback. Even though Brady has 91 speed, I don't think he's able to be like the main quarterback in a run scheme. So I am going to go for our best, you know, mobile QB, running QB. I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson over the Jalen Hurts card. And yes, it is close, but the main reason for this is Truz. I feel like there's a lot of value in keeping and being able to keep, you know, your ball carrier on, you know, on whatever normal is and not conservative, like you kind of have to do if you're using a guy like Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts, you know, you are able to get pass lead, gunslinger, fast break for 3 AP. I feel like still, I love Lamar's ability. I love Lamar's release. Lamar has a better release. I know Hurts does get gunslinger, but still, Slinger 3 without gunslinger is still really good. So I've been loving. I think I was running Hot Route Master, Set Feet, and then just Truz on Lamar for 4 AP, which makes him also a really good pocket passer because you're able to add the Hot Route Master. If you don't need Hot Route Master for your scheme, then just run Fast Break, Set Feet, and Truz, and that's still just an absolutely nasty setup for 4 AP. So Lamar Jackson, I do believe, still is the best mobile running QB because of that Truz X factor. Okay, let's head over to defense, and getting started here at free safety, I am going to go with the NAT, MCS Tariq Woolen. For obvious reasons. I mean, the man is 6'4" with 97 speed, great zone, 99 press, 97 hit power on Tariq Woolen. Also does get secondary positions at cornerback and strong safety, so which is really nice. And for the abilities, they're also, you know, pretty good with free pick artist and a deep out zone KO. Or you could go deep route KO, and really, I mean, this card is insane. I mean, anytime you're able to make like a golden ticket light card in early February, he's going to be the best of the best. To back him up, I will give some credit to Nick Cross. This card's also pretty good at 6 foot with 215, and he's got 96 speed, 99 excel. Good man, good zone, but, you know, it's tough to kind of, I mean, really good against the run too, but it is a little bit tough to kind of touch and stick with that Tariq Woolen card. But this card's definitely pretty solid. I played against him a couple times, and he definitely plays bigger than maybe like 6 foot. I don't know. He feels solid out there for sure. So yeah, those are our free safeties. Okay, so next up we have strong safety, and at strong safety right now, there's honestly a pretty good amount of cards that you could use. I mean, this Justin Reed card is definitely interesting, being able to get all AFC team chems. But obviously, when I make these videos, I don't consider theme teams and stuff. So as far as the guy who I want playing over the top, I think it could either be Rodney Harrison or Harrison Smith. I'm going to go with Harrison Smith just because he's 6'2", and I also really like his abilities as well. I've been using this card over the top on my team. He plays great because you're able to run pick artist with either deep in or deep out zone KO for just 1 AP. Also does have a pretty decent X factor, but I'm a fan of the versatility of this card because you're able to kind of use him wherever you use him. You know, if he's playing on the outside or the inside, put that, you know, zone ability on him, and then also pick artist allows him to make those interceptions, and he's 6'2". So, and he's got good physicals as well. I mean, usually Harrison Smith cards are a little bit slow. This one just is not. He's really, really nice, and he does play super, super well. All his cards really play well for me. The only issue is sometimes the speed, but on this card, the speed is really just no issue. And then to back him up, and I think I was between, honestly, Jamal Adams or Rodney Harrison here. I'm still torn on it, really. I've been using Jamal a lot. I obviously love his card, but it could be a little bit biased. I do have a Jets team, but I think Rodney Harrison is just too tough because if we take a look at Rodney Harrison's abilities, he does get really good versatility as far as zone and route abilities, as well as 0 AP pick artist. You can't run pick artist deep out zone KO. Actually, you might be able to. Yeah, you can. So pick artist, deep out zone KO or pick artist with flat zone or tackle supreme even to stop guys like Derrick Henry and the Quad Father. So I really like this Rodney Harrison card, and I think that's the reason why he's over Jamal Adams. For me, is because of the amount of abilities that he's able to get and 3 player-specific ability slots. So those are our safeties. Okay, not going to waste too much time here. Here's the offensive lineman, Marshall Yanda with free puller and free nasty streak. You have Jason Kelsey at center with free nasty streak. Alan Faneca with free puller. You have a free, I think it's free identifier. Yeah, free identifier, 1 AP secure protector on Andrew Thomas, and then Forrest Gregg. His card is very expensive right now because he came out when there wasn't variety, so he's still $2 mil, but he is definitely the best with 1 AP secure. He's basically Andrew Thomas on the other side, but you can run secure and nasty streak on this card, which is absolutely disgusting. And a little bit of a budget option, low key, is Andrew Wiley. Andrew Wiley is able to get secure, edge protector, nasty streak for 2 AP, which is pretty good. I mean, nasty streak, 1 AP. I know he's the second actually highest overall right tackle right now in the game too, which is interesting, but he's actually pretty solid, and he's only 150k, but this is the best at each position. We don't look at price tags, so that is the best offensive line. Okay, and on the defensive line, not much has honestly really changed. I still think it's Aaron Donald. I'm gonna go Aaron Donald. I'm at right end. At defensive tackle, I think this is where we have a new player. I'm gonna go Mean Joe Green. Mean Joe Green cards are always the best because they give him crazy speed and he can rush in both ways, and his animations are crazy, his traits are great. So Mean Joe Green, both these cards also have great abilities, by the way. If you take a look at Aaron Donald here, he's able to get that double or nothing edge straight elite combo, or just run edge straight elite or inside stuff or El Toro. It's really up to you. El Toro for free is obviously really nice, and Mean Joe also gets good abilities. And then for left end, I still think it's Jadeveon Clowney. I do still think it. I'm really not moved by any of these players above him. JJ Watt plays well for me, but I still think it's Jadeveon Clowney because speed wins games, man. It really does. And whenever any opportunity in any second you're able to get closer to the quarterback, I think makes a big difference. So those are our defensive linemen. Okay, let's get to our running backs now. So I am going to definitely say Derrick Henry's number 1. I know that might be a little bit controversial, but I like Derrick Henry's ability so much. He's able to get short in, which makes him a really good pass catcher out of the backfield, which you really don't expect from a Derrick Henry card. He obviously is able to get that freight train ability, which when it's on, it's amazing. But even when the X Factor's off on this card, he's still just amazing. I mean, it's Derrick Henry. So to me, I've used both cards for a pretty good amount of time, but to me, Derrick Henry is definitely slightly better in my opinion. But don't get me wrong, I think, AJ Dillon deserves to be up here. And then kind of like an honorable mention, more of like an elusive back, I do think for real that Warrick Dunn on a theme team, even not on a theme team, I think Warrick Dunn's amazing. The fact you're able to get free short in and free evasive on this card is just insane. And say you want to run a guy like, Derrick Henry and then have Warrick Dunn back him up, you're able to do that. So these are our running backs. I think these guys are definitely the 3 best, but I would hear a debate for AJ Dillon and Derrick Henry. Honestly, my opinion is if you're running the ball 20 times a game, go AJ Dillon because that X Factor gets very frustrating to face. But if you only run the ball like maybe 7 to 10 times a game, I think it is Derrick Henry because of the pass catching abilities and things like that. So yeah, on to the next position. Okay, so now we have our linebackers. So at middle linebacker, it's going to be Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis, his card, I've been actually using this card for some reason. I wanted to try it out, and he's honestly been amazing for me. So Ray Lewis, I'm going to put him there, and kind of like an honorable mention linebacker, I do have to give this Derrick Brooks card some credit. Unfortunately, he came out when there was no training varieties, or wait, yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, he's an LTD, I believe, right? Isn't he an LTD? Am I tripping? Is this card not an LTD? Yeah, okay, he's an LTD. He came out when there wasn't training varieties. But if you want to user a linebacker, he's one of the best because he's able to get free lurker and 1 AP pick artist. Or you can, I mean, these cards always are amazing. And look at the coverage stats on this card: 92 man, 93 zone, the 93 COD on this card. Couldn't even rush the passer. So I do like Derrick Brooks, kind of like an honorable mention user middle linebacker option there. At right outside linebacker, we are going to end up going with Rod Martin, 95 speed off that edge. You guys know I like that speed, so I am going to go with Rod Martin. Again, very expensive. He came out when there wasn't varieties, the same way Forrest Gregg did. And then finally, for left outside linebacker, I am going to go with Hassan Reddick. I've used Terrell Suggs, Justin Houston I've seen play. Kevin Green is definitely one I would consider because Kevin Green, if we go down here, he is able to get some pretty nasty abilities, as you can see. But I feel like, edge straight elite's nice, and you're also able to run double or nothing on the card for 3 AP, but still, even though he has 3 player specific ability slots, the 0 AP lurker is kind of just a waste. And I guess you could run like tackle supreme edge straight elite, but to me, I am gonna go with Hassan Reddick here. Although it is close, if you have Kevin Green on a theme team, I probably would just rock him. But 94 speed, 97 acceleration off that edge, to me is just too good, man. So yeah, those are our linebackers. Okay, real quick, let's just talk fullback. I do believe it is Mike Allstott for obvious reasons. Again, he's a legend, so he's going to have those extra player-specific, extra discounted ability slots. Has amazing stats, one of the best ball carriers right now in the game in general out of the backfield, not just for fullbacks. Put him at running back, the card's still going to play super well with his build and his weight. But yeah, these abilities on a fullback are pretty insane. I definitely would have liked to have seen free honorary linemen on this card, but I do expect us to see some more free honorary linemen fullbacks down the road that'll probably end up being like super end game, but definitely pretty solid. And I do think, you know, in a super thin position, Allstott is number one. Okay, so now let's talk pass catchers and getting started here at tight end. It's going to be Gronk, obviously 6'6", 268, all theme team cams, great abilities. I mean, this card is insane after the catch, running routes. He's very tough to stop. If you get this card, you have your end game tight end for the rest of the year, regardless of what team you have, because he gets all team chems. However, if you do not have a tight end yet, or you don't have Gronk yet, like me, I think Travis Kelce is the best with free route technician at tight end is obviously pretty crazy. You know, free route tech in general is crazy, and we're gonna start seeing a lot more free route tech receivers in this game. And speaking of free route tech receivers, we have to talk about AJ Green. I think AJ Green's number 2 at receiver right now, but at 6'4" with 96 speed, free route tech, and honestly, the abilities on this card aren't even that great. Besides free route technician, because I guess you could run, you know, route tech deep in on this card if you want to, but I kind of wish you were able to run 2 0 AP abilities on this card. Down the road, you're gonna see this, but right now you're just not seeing it yet. So free route tech definitely puts AJ Green here with his build and his speed and his route running. Even his run blocking is actually pretty solid for, you know, for a wide receiver. At wide receiver number 1, I am gonna go with MVS. So MVS, yeah, 6'4", 97 speed on a Chiefs team. You're able to get him to 99 speed. If you have that ring fragment strat card, you're able to get him to 98 speed. So, I mean, this card is just insane at 6'4", and I also love his abilities. 1 AP route tech with deep in and deep out for 2 AP makes him easily the best deep threat. Probably the best, like, just card in general in this game, because any ball down the field, he's going to get boosted catching. He's 6'4" with crazy stats. So, to me, MVS is wide receiver 1 right now, mainly for that ability setup, but also the fact that he's got 97 speed on his card. And then finally, I was between either Julian Edelman or DeAndre Hopkins here, but I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins. I like his size just a little bit more. Also, there's Chris Olave that could have been here, but I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins. His X factor is nice. The abilities on this card are super nice. The fact he's able to get, you know, that free red zone threat, or free short in, free short out with route technician or deep out is completely up to you. Also a good build with good, you know, with good speed, and D-Hop cards always play well. And again, very similar to Harrison Smith. Usually the problem with DeAndre Hopkins cards is the speed, and he's ramped apart with the best of the best right now in the game. So yeah, those are our pass catchers. Okay, and then finally at cornerback, I am gonna go with cornerback number 1. This one shouldn't be a surprise. Is Denzel Ward. This card is insane. The best cornerback I can really remember using in a minute. I mean, this card plays insane, and I believe the main reason for that is his X factor. This universal coverage X factor, when it's on, I don't care if you take like 3 steps with the ball in your hands after you catch it. For some reason, he just gets these insane KOs. I mean, it's for the X factor, but insane KOs, and also they gave him really good zone and man abilities, so you can kind of plan however you want. And when I'm building this best at each position team right now, I'm building for zone coverage. So I'm going to go for more zone-oriented abilities, more zone-oriented corners. In the slot, I am going to go with that Nashawn Wright card at 6'4". Love his abilities, love his size. Checks all the boxes for me. And then on the other side, I am going to go with James Bradbury. If you were building more towards man coverage, I would say Jalen Watson. To me, Jalen Watson, James Bradbury are kind of like the man and zone versions of each other. So I'm going to go Bradbury because I'm trying to build his own little scheme here. But again, if you want man coverage, you know, Jalen Watson's probably really good. You have Charvarius Ward, who's really good with man coverage abilities and getting shades and stuff like that. Revis does get 2 AP outside shades. So if you're going man-to-man, there's some definitely, might go with a couple different options. But for me, these are my cornerbacks. And yeah, that's going to do it for the best players at each position. Wait, no, I lied. Wait, let me do the kicker and the punter. Yeah, we had Justin Tucker and, of course, the Scottish Hammer with that crazy kick power. This man can actually kick the ball like 75 yards legit. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. If I missed any names, let me know down below. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you agree with me. Let me know down in the comment section. And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.